All right, I think we are good to. I think we're good to go. All right, here we go.
Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
The further the planet from your star, the better the collector that you are. Gravity is the thing that you're looking for, and yes, we do expect that you raise the floor.
If you're looking for your place in space, you found it. Not just any metaverse, it's the Solaverse. Welcome to the Solaverse Show with your hosts, Big Yoda and Bungabite.
Hello, Bunga.
Hello. How are you today?
Oh, I am doing just swell. Today is January the 22nd, 2022. This is 12:08 in the PM in Texas. 1808 UTC, and welcome back for episode number 8 of the Solaverse Show. And it just occurred to me, with the Solaverse Discord being down, I never put up any kind of Discord thing. So,
Announcement.
yes, I never put up an announcement, but I suppose that I should probably do that right now, so you're going to hear me banging around on my keyboard. But how you been this week, dude? Is everything copacetic in your world?
Everything's been okay. Yeah, I've had some, doctor's appointments, but other than that, it's been pretty copacetic. Been just bouncing around project to project, and I actually came up with an idea, which is going to be a lot less busy, but more my own. So I'll see I'll announce it probably maybe next week if I do it. It's not going to be a big deal. It's just something of my own that I'm going to do.
I'm hearing juice coming from Bongabite. Oh, well.
Maybe a hint, but
just
not
a
quite
hint.
the full.
Oh, I see. Okay then. Well, that being the case, we shall turn our sights now to the Solar owner spotlight, to a man who, let's just say, has just a little bit of juice to share himself. And we shall talk to Mr. Chewie here after this.
Searching the Solaverse far and wide to bring you this Solar owner spotlight.
I certainly have to redo the mix down on that because it's soft, and then the if you turn it up on the mixing board when I pot it up, all of a sudden the words just overwhelm you and overmodulate. I think I got to redo that. Anyway, yes, the Solar owner spotlight is Mr. Chewie. You would know him as on our Solaverse Discord, Mr. Chewie the Yeti, and oh, there he is in all his Yeti goodness.
Staying on brand.
That's right, he is staying on brand. Oh, dude, yeah, man.
Going, guys? How's it going?
Oh, man, we
It's
are.
alright. Yoda's mic is being a little funny. It was super loud. Now it's quiet.
It's weird.
Sounds great over here, Yoda.
Dude, we're happy to have you here, man, because a lot of you that are, hey, look at that, Lithium Chief. Oh, John is in the chat. Hey, I love it.
Wow.
A lot of folks that are in the Solaverse are familiar with the Yetis only because we had one Yeti get to the top of the mountain and start screaming about the Yetis like a month ago. And
we are quick climbers.
yep, but one of the owners of well, I guess you're one of the partners in what I call it the Yetiverse, but it's really Sweaty Yeti. Sweaty being share with everyone to inspire. That project of yours, you're one of the 4 principals involved in that project, and you are also now a star owner. So you are the gentleman that is our Sola Star owner spotlight for today, brother. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yoda.
And might I say, I love the whole get up. You're looking good.
Awesome. I figured if we're gonna do this, and we were blessed, to be offered the opportunity to come on, we might as well go big for you guys, and get into the full costume, right?
See, you're you're the first one to cosplay their
their project.
You know the juice levels are always high at the top of the mountain, and I mean when this opportunity came up, and let's be real, it wasn't less than 30 minutes ago. I quickly grabbed some shit up and I said, okay, we're doing this, we're doing it, let's go.
Right. Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, our Solar Star Spotlight owner this morning had to cancel for personal reasons. And so I was running around with my hair on fire on the Discord. And of course, today's the day that the Discord goes down, right? For maintenance to redo the entire Solaverse Discord channel or site for all the new companion stuff that's coming up. And we've got tons of news to share about that a little bit later, Bonga. And there's so much stuff out there, and I'm hoping when they redo the site and reopen it, we're still going to have those shared links that had the artwork that was the leak that Senna put out there, and so I'm really hoping that people can still see that. But for now, we're in the middle of the Solar Star owner spotlight, and so one of the things that we do, Mr. Chewie, is we give you an opportunity to, one, either you can dox yourself to any degree that you would like, introduce and first and tell us a little bit about you and how you found the Solaverse. Oh, you're muted.
Your mic is muted.
Love it.
There he is.
There you go.
Sorry about that. I'm known as Chewie around the Sweaty Yeti Launch Club. I happen to be fortunate enough to be one of the founders of this wacky adventure that we're on. And, as I've grown in the space and been fortunate enough to be involved in different communities, I've been blessed with meeting quite a lot of awesome people along my journey. I stumbled across a guy by the name of Lord Snicker, and I told Snicker about what the Yeti had planned, and Snicker took it upon himself to run right to the Solaverse and let everybody know that the Yeti were coming. And we had no idea what was going on, and the next thing we knew, we got thrown into one of the greatest communities I think I've ever seen. So it's been an awesome journey, and along the way, we've got blessed with meeting people like Yoda, and I think that's how we ended up here today, and managed to be lucky enough to become star owners, and not only star owners, but yellow star owners. So we're very excited to be out there searching for our yellow snow deposits and trying to mine up as much as we can get our hands on.
I think I saw in the post there was an image of a blue star. Do you have any blue stars?
So that was mine. That was the one that... Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we don't personally have a blue star, but like I said, we've got so lucky to meet such great people that, when Yoda found out about what we had going on, he first, before we even got blessed with the yellow star, he threw out that he was going to name one of his stars the Blue Yeti, and I think that's kind of where the hype really started, with Yoda and the Diceverse and the Solaverse, and just the snowball effect that's kind of happened since, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's so helpful in the space that you find one person, you find the whole community.
Yeah. and it's awesome, right? Like, it's nice to meet different projects and sort of get out there and kind of, you know, explore the stars, as I guess the Solaverse would put it. And we always say that we were super fortunate enough to jump in and chat with the Solaverse community, and I think that's what really drew us in. Like, project was amazing, but when we jumped into the general chat and you know, we asked a couple questions, everybody stopped doing what they were doing and came right to help us, and I think that really spoke to us and really made us want to be involved as much as we could possibly be, right? So I know Yeti are a little quiet and crafty, but I mean, we've been keeping our eye on the Solaverse from day one.
Right. You told me that story, and that's indicative of what the community in the Solaverse really has created. And I firmly believe that the community in Discord reflects the attitudes of the staff. And that's obviously, that starts at the top, right? And then the Solaverse starts with Senna, John, and Tom. But it also filters through the mods, you know, your Solarian Riri, you know, and Robbo the Greg, and all those guys, right? I can't list them all off the top of my head, but they are all incredibly helpful, right? And that sets the tone for what the community really is. And you got to experience that when you came on. And I've heard you tell that story that, you know, the general chat was in 17 things at the same time, sub conversations, and then basically they all quieted. They helped you do your thing, and then they all started their 17 conversations again. And that was, you know, that that speaks to how welcoming the community is. And I'm glad you were able to experience that, because that's something that I've always marveled at, because I can't count on two fingers the number of communities that are like that, you know, that I've seen that are this large, right? I mean, you know, Sweaty Yetis, you know, we're talking 1,000 people, maybe, you know, a little bit more. And, you know, so it's fairly easy to keep a handle on that small a crowd. But when you're at 20,000, 30,000 people, not so easy, you know, to keep that mentality in place. And the Solaverse community really has kind of self-policed itself. I can't wait to see how well the DAO is going to get along with one another. If this is any indication, once we get to that point years down the road, that will be something where the star holders all seem to get along with one another already. And so the star holders will form the basis of the DAO, as I understand it, right? And then that's in the white paper. We haven't talked too much about that, and there's not too much news out there about that yet, because it's still very far in the future.
Yeah, it'll be kind of like our council meetings, you know, where everybody gets their say and a vote in it and whatnot. But I wanted to mention real quick before you continue, you talked about dropping everything. And I think that's really indicative of why the Solar community is so strong, is because they understand that, you know, every new member needs an opportunity to get involved, and they're never going to meet new people if, you know, the chat's just continually running and everybody's having their own conversation.
Wow. My chair's broken. Hold on a second.
Oh. Definitely. And like Yoda was saying, like, there's 20,000 people in that Discord. And at the time, it was when the reveal was just coming up. Everybody was getting so excited about the reveal. So, I mean, like, for me, that was everything. Like, when that chat stopped and helped, it spoke volumes to me. That, like, literally changed everything, because I've been through the communities. I've been into all the different groups. I've, you know, been in the hyped up chats and the quiet chats and so on and so forth. And that simple gesture that the community put forward just, like, sealed the deal. I was like, no matter what, I want to participate, whether it's project wise, whether it's personal wise. I want to be a part of this project in some way, shape, or form. And like you say, there's 20,000 people in that Discord, and those are crazy numbers. I think the most respectable thing is that's just their Discord, dude. Like, they've got another 60,000 plus on Twitter and everywhere else that they're out broadcasting. So I mean, like, their community is just exploding daily, right? And it's awesome to watch, and it's because of, like, you know, the founders and the staff that they have, right? Like, TJM I'm pretty sure that that's his tag.
Oh, you're
He
talking
took the
TJB?
time to-
TJB?
TJB,
Yeah.
Oh,
Tom.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's Tom.
I'm horrible with the tags, right? But he jumped off to the side, took the time to talk to me, private messaged me. Like, he went out of his way to help me, right? And then Cena has been nothing but inviting to us, jumped into the space this morning, super, super down to earth with us. And it's just like, dude, like you can't ask for more than that, right? So it's
Yeah.
been great.
I'll often get into the voice chat at night sometimes, and John will be in there at like 2, 3 a.m. his time, and he'll just be sitting there having a conversation with us about things. He actually talked us through like how to find contract information on Etherscan and check if a project's legit and stuff. He taught us. Like,
Oh,
he took
yeah.
the time to do that.
Dude, I wish I was there for that. That would be so fantastic. There's by the way, John in chat says that he's calling Tom TJM from now on.
That's it. TJM, switch it over. It's. You can just let him know. Chewie has made that executive call.
There you
Have to
go.
legally change his name.
That's right. TT's first time chatter. Welcome to the Solaverse Show. Welcome to the Big Yoda channel. And I think TT's. I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that that's T from the Yetis, but we're not going to say for sure. But that's my guess. Anyway, Chewie, let's go a little bit further. Okay, so that's how you found the Solaverse. That's how you're welcome into the community. Tell us a little bit about your. We know your star is yellow, and yes, the Yetis have a what would you call it? A predisposition toward yellow snow attacks, and they give you a warning shot. They will throw a white snowball at you first as a warning shot, but if you persist in doing whatever it is that angers the Yeti, they will indeed respond with yellow snow. And you all know what yellow snow is.
I mean, the Yeti live for two things. We live for treetops, and we live for the yellow snow. So he is correct in his analogy there. We will drop some warning shots, and if you persist, I mean, beware, the yellow snow will fly.
So tell us what your plans are, if you're comfortable telling us what your plans are. Do you know what you're going to name the star yet? All that jazz for your Solar Star system. And I know it's been, you've been a Solar Star holder for all of like 3 days, but tell us a little bit about, because my guess is you're going to use it as a part of your business foundation, which is really more towards business incubation. But please tell us what your plans are.
I mean, we've kind of been overwhelmed with the fact that we have a star still. We have definitely talked about it, like on the founder side of things, as to like, what we're going to do with it and so on and so forth. But we thought with everything that we have going on, the nonstop juice on a daily basis, I mean, like, we got to keep the, at least a little bit of juice for later. So what we thought was maybe instead of us coming up with an idea for it, or us telling everybody what we're going to do with it, that maybe as a community, we could come up with a great idea together and execute something amazing as a Yeti tribe.
That's cool. That's cool.
I think that's what we're going to do. And most likely we'll put it to the community as a vote as to what they want to see it named as, and so on and so forth. And build it out with everybody, right? Because that's kind of the motto, right? Share with everyone to inspire. So let's all participate and let's make something happen.
I don't know. If you put it to a community vote, I'm telling you, I'm voting for Yeti McYeti Face. I'm just saying.
Ooh, I might second that one.
Well, that'll help you get some planet holders into the mix, and you guys can plan out that as far as slotting and all that, because I'm sure it's better to have a strong tie between your entire solar system.
Right.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It'll be interesting to see how everybody wants to play it. And I mean, like, that's just our star. And then, like, we put out that great, you could become a Sweaty Yeti Star Lord if you want to jump over and pledge a star. And I mean, we thought we might get one or two people that want to come and join the Yeti tribe. And I mean, the Star Lord count is just out of control. The stars are just being pledged on a minute by minute basis. And I mean, like, we're just quickly, you know, joining the stars together and creating something amazing, you know, on a daily basis. So it's really nice to see the support coming from the Solaverse family over to the Sweaty Yetis. So I mean, it's awesome, loving it.
Yeah. Dude, you've got over 30 stars and over 150 planets now at last count. And so
Wow.
there's you guys are and these are not like, you know, to be from the Solaverse side, you know, we are not pledging our stars to be exclusively used by the Yetis. It is a more of a give and take partnership that, yes, you know, as a part of your business model, as a part of your business incubation, as a part of your community, it's a way for your community to be together and own planets in the same system, as well as you being able to use those planets and the land on those planets, since now we know, I believe Senna said there are going to be 10 plots of land per planet, that those businesses that are starting to start up or are trying to start up are going to have a place to potentially buy land and build whatever it is that they want to build in a metaverse on one of these solar planets. And so that takes this to another degree, right? And that's where I think the business plan for John and for Senna was genius, because it's layer upon layer upon layer within the Solaverse. And so, yeah, you know, a cynic or a skeptic might say, well, it's just a way for you to get them to buy a star and then buy a planet and then buy a land. No, you know what? That's not the right way to look at it. And I've heard grumbles, but no, the deal is, a star holder is a star holder. They earn passive income by holding that star. If they choose to buy a planet, great, right? But what comes with that is that you have to generate passive income on your planet. So if you get a planet for yourself and then you don't develop it, if you don't work at it, if you don't make sure that the land on that planet is cultivated in such a way that people are building things on it that are going to attract people, then you're not going to generate or realize the income potential that is available to you. So it is not a multi-level thing to get you to buy down to where you own all your lands, because take, you know, like me with 16 stars, I cannot manage 16 stars with 92 planets and almost 1,000 plots of land. Cannot be done, right? So it just makes sense to have a partner with you to bring in people to do that, right, on my stars. And that just makes a heck of a lot of sense to be able to do it that way. So I'm glad to hear, you know, that you've kind of got some community plans around your solar system.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was never the original plan, but it seems like, you know, day by day, like, the way you're kind of explaining it, Yoda, like, it sounds like what the Yeti are becoming are solar farmers almost. We're just out here. We'll help you cultivate your lands. We'll help you build out whatever you need, and you know, just really see something special happen, right? So yeah, like, I think Yoda's right on track with it. We're just trying to join with all kinds of different communities and projects, and you know, create something bigger, right? Because I think that's what we're all here for.
Right. It is absolutely something special.
And the more you stay involved with that grouping, of planets and stuff in your community, yeah, there's no direct benefit, but the more people you meet, the better off you are, because you might not know how to do the things that you want on your planet. Developers reach out to projects, and it just takes one person to know how to do that, or how to get in touch with someone who does. I mean,
right.
That's why I think we always go back to it. The Council of Kings was a great partnership, because they're all about developing projects in metaverses. So, I mean, right there, you get to know them. They always said they'd be able to put you in touch with someone that can help you. It's the best way to do it.
I agree.
I think it's the only way to do it, because like Yoda said, like, how are you going to come up with enough ideas to cultivate all of those different planets and then all of those different plots? Like, you're going to have to, be a super creative person if you've got, 16 plus stars, right? So with kind of what we did with the Star Lords is we've essentially created a system where it'll become like a Shark Tank sort of idea, right? Because we have the project incubator side of things and we have the Star Lord side of things, right? So as people are coming up with different project ideas and so on and so forth, there can be planet holders, there can be the star holders, so on and so forth. And we can create a big network where everybody can come together and go, hey, I like that idea. I would like to, you know what I mean? Maybe put that in my solar system or so on and so forth. And we can create those bonds and then introduce those people to the right people to build out those spaces and might be interested in helping them, right? Because you're right. Like, even from the Yeti point of view, like, we know that we cannot do all of this on our own. And for us to think something like that would be foolish. So, I mean, we're looking to find a community where we can grow and we can all network with each other, express different ideas, and grow as a network, because that's going to be the strongest way for everybody moving forward, right? So, touching on the Council of Kings things as well, I mean, I know that we are very big on the Council of Kings as well. I think it's an absolutely amazing project, and I was actually blessed enough to catch Elder over there. So, I mean, I've got my eye on them as well, and I'm waiting to get my hands on a king myself. So, I mean, it's great to watch the networking.
That's
I'm a fellow Elder as well.
Are you really? I put my application in, but I put it in late. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow out there.
Do you have your secret handshake yet? Your virtual handshake?
Oh no, not yet.
Oh.
I think once we get our kings, we'll backtrack it to the handshake.
Ah, I see. Okay.
We'll have to practice that off camera, behind the scenes, and then once we've got it mastered, we'll present it to the world.
There you go. Next time you're on the show, we'll do it.
Right. There's a bunch of new people just joined our Twitch, and welcome to you guys to the Solaverse Show. We are talking with Chewie, who is one of the 4 partners in the Sweaty Yeti Metaverse project, and we were just talking about how they got started in the Solaverse and what their plans were with their star system, their Solar Star system, with the plans to have a community effort on the Sweaty Yeti Discord to really kind of help them flesh out what they're going to do with their solar system. So I think that's fantastic. And also I wanted to give you a minor, a little bit of a time for your own platform, because today is a little bit of a special day for you, I think. I think. I mean, I'm not absolutely positive, but I think you have a little, just a little piece of news, like a mint today.
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
And Yoda's over here playing like he might not know about the juice. I'm telling everybody right now, Yoda always knows the juice. This man wakes up with a full glass in his hand and he's ready to take on every single day. So I mean, yeah, Yoda, you're 100% correct.
Here's my cup of juice right here.
I tell you guys, I might be crazy, but I never lie. So, yeah, we're looking at minting season. So minting season is fast approaching. Tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2300 UTC. We will be going live, and it will be your first opportunity to get your hands on some of the sweatiest Yeti to ever touch the blockchain. We will have 567 of them available today out of our total collection of 9,999. Our mint price today will be 0.08 ETH. I'm sure, unless you're living under a snowball, everybody knows that ETH has dropped into the ground today. So we are considering this to be a full-on fire sale. We ask you to join us and grab your ETH, load your wallets, and meet us at the minting stations.
It's 189 for 0.08 ETH.
Dude,
in US.
Do you remember when 0.08 ETH was like $500 or something. No, it wasn't $500. Sorry, .08 ETH would have been $320 back when ETH was sitting at $4,000.
Yeah.
It was getting up there for sure.
I wish we'd have minted stars today. Maybe I'd own like 27 stars instead of just 16. Damn it, But it's all right.
It's funny that you say that. So I mean, on top of the juicy fire sale that that ETH has provided for everybody, we've actually had Bird working on our smart contract in the background for quite a while. And for the people that don't know, Bird is another one of our founders, and he's a bit of a sorcerer. I know that Yoda has a bit of a personal connection there, and they've kind of met. But he put together a smart contract that's optimized so well. We're looking at saving everybody as much gas as we possibly can. So, take advantage of the fire sale, take advantage of the optimized contract, and just enjoy the mint today. Make sure you get in because, yes, there's only 567 of them available today, but these 567 are just a little sweatier than the rest because
special.
They're actually going to be your VIP ticket to our first token offering. So very soon we will be releasing information on our token offering and how we're moving forward with that. But these ones here will gain you access to that. So it's very simple. If you are fortunate enough to mint today and get your hands on one of these slippery little creatures, that's great. And, congratulations, welcome to the tribe. But we ask that, if you do want to participate in our token offering, you hold on to these guys, put them away, put them into your frozen little back wallet and forget about them for a minute. And we'll give you the details on our token offering. If you sell it, though, your wallet will be disqualified from the opportunity to get into our token offering. So just a little extra juice for everybody and all of our early supporters.
Right. And I'm assuming that the individuals that mint, there's some guys that out there saying that they're going to mint 15 or 25 Yetis today. I'm assuming that selling one of your 25 isn't going to necessarily knock you out, but it definitely will knock out whoever buys that Yeti. Is that correct? Is that a safe assumption?
Nope. That's not a safe assumption. If you decide you want to go and buy yourself 15 Yetis, congratulations. You've bought yourself 15 Yetis. If number one, no matter how many Yetis you buy, we will treat everybody the same way when it comes to the token offering. So each wallet is considered a ticket, right? So if you've minted with that wallet, that is your ticket. If you sell from that wallet, that ticket is removed. It's very similar to another project out there called MetaHero and how they've kind of worked their stuff. So it's a different platform, and I mean, it's a very cut and dry platform, but our way of looking at things is we're looking for community members that want to grow with us for the long term. We're not looking to necessarily overly reward somebody that's looking for a quick flip, as we do understand that, people in the space are looking to do that kind of stuff. That's amazing, and all the power to you. But we want to truly reward people that are looking to grow with us for the long term, right? So this is kind of our approach with it. And it's just cut and dry. You mint, you have access. You sell, no access. Simple.
And so, full disclosure, I have been fortunate enough to be asked to join the staff on the Yetis. And so I knew the answer to that. I was basically just leading the horse to water. And just for our listeners and viewers on the Solaverse Show on the Twitch side, I just wanted to make sure that they were aware that if you go and mint 10 Yetis, if you sell one, then you no longer have a ticket to watch the show. So just, be aware of that when you get your whitelist, and that should be a factor in determining how you want to spend your hard-earned ETH on getting into this project. There's no need to buy 100 Yetis to try and maximize your return. There's no need to do that. You can certainly if you want to, because you're supporting the project in doing so. But
that that is, that's just the rules of the game. That's the ticket to watch the show. Yep.
So is the only utility with the 567 utility or 567 Yetis the private sale, or is there other like Genesis type rewards as well, or are they all going to be part of that?
The rewards for the Yetis will be for all Yetis, but for this specific run, that will be just an added little bonus into it. And like Yoda said there, we kind of looked at things in two different ways, right? We want everybody to mint what they want, and we want to give access and rewards to our early holders by giving them access to the tokens, right? But with the no matter how many mint approach, it rewards everybody in the same way. And kind of the approach to it is, we were only originally going to do 333 today. And we decided that with all the support and people trying to get in and mint, we've upped our supply to 567. So we thought that would give people more of a chance to mint. Now, the fact that you only need to mint one to gain access allows you two options here. You can mint everything you want in these early numbers, or you can mint yourself your access pass now, and when we come to future mints, you can mint bundles of them down there as well, right? Because
I think that's smart.
You're correct that up here, this has an access pass to our token offering. But in the long term, there is special juicy rewards for having multiples. There's going to be juicy rewards for having each one of the characters, and each different piece of our puzzle will kind of unfold as we go. So I just want to let everybody know that, like, mint something if you're looking to be a part of the project, right? And you want access. But mint what you're willing to hold on to so that you can gain access down the road, and you can mint later if the temptation to sell is there, right? So we'll come up with a way to differentiate between the original ones, and if you were to make a sale of, say, like a number 3,000 or 4,000, you know what I mean? Like, we'll deal with that on the backside, right? So just for now, make sure that you're holding on to these ones, and if you want to mint more later, load that wallet up. Like we said, we're on full fire sale. Load that thing up, get ready, because in 2 weeks we'll have another opportunity to get in there and mint some more, right?
So John has a real good question in the chat, and that is, let's say that you mint 3 Yetis, and you're minting for yourself and your wife and your daughter, and you want to give the Yeti as a present and still have that access pass. Is that your revocation, so to speak, of the ticket is for sales, or is it also for transfers as gifts?
Now, we have definitely thought about this, and it has been asked. So we do want to ask the community how they want to go about that, so that we're making sure that everybody's happy, right? We do understand that people, are looking at it from that point of view as well, right? But what we do want to be sure of is that nobody's taking advantage of the fact that we are being nice about things, right? So if one person decides they want to gift something, then we have to come up with a way that we are guaranteeing that everybody is okay with that extenuating circumstance, right? Because we want everything with our project is about inclusion and about being as fair and honest as we can be. So we will not make a decision about that until the community has voiced their opinion on things, and then we will proceed with things accordingly. I hope that that's the fairest option we could come up with, and we really hope that the community respects that option, right?
Sure. I get it.
Sure, as long as they have a voice, they will respect it.
Oh yeah, and it maybe even be on a case-by-case basis, right? If you discover somebody came in and got their whitelist, and they are, you can take, it's public domain. You can take a look at somebody's wallet and see what their activities are, and see if they truly are linked to the parties that they say they are, or if it's a one-time deal, or if they just have a history of flipping and all that stuff. So, yeah. you know, that's one where, you know, the community has a chance to get in and dive in, and the Solaverse community is one that was funny because when one of the guys got his wallet hacked and I think he got 2 stars taken, there was a guy that like traced every single wallet transaction back to find the dude that actually stole the star, and it ultimately wound up being a, you know, like most of these things are, it wound up being a fruitless endeavor because that one eventually got to a point where it took 1,000 transactions and just went poof everywhere, right? And it had to be a bot of some sort that was doing that. But
You
there are.
touched on a good point there, Yoda, because that's where we come to the honesty side of things, right? It's like with smart contracts and kind of what's going on with this sort of movement here, it's like you're right. Everybody has access to the information and everybody can see what's going on there, right? So I mean, like, we will not try and do something in the background and hide it, right? It just doesn't make sense. So it's
Sure.
like you never know who's looking at things, and we just feel like if we just be honest with everybody and you know, give you guys the information, then everybody can, you know, have the opportunity to make their own you know, decision from that
Right.
information. And I know you being a part of our project, you know that we're very inclusive with our community. We are, you know, in Twitter Spaces every morning. We're
Oh, yeah.
in voice chats all the time. We have crypto talks every single Saturday. Like we're really here to, you know, hear from you guys and really participate with our community, right? So we will always be there to hear anything that anybody has to bring to the table and voice, negative, positive, and everything in between. We're here. You just want to talk? We're here. You want to have coffee with us? Let's chill, you know? So.
All right, dude. Well, I really don't have much else. If you have anything else to pitch or anything like that, I know that you and I have a deal tonight at 10 p.m. Central. I'm sorry, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central. Where and those of you listening as well, we'll plug a little bit of Diceverse action that we did officially launch the project yesterday. It was a soft launch up until now. We did officially launch that. We leaked some NFT art. And we had an AMA on Twitter Spaces last night. That went really well, and we're going to do it again tonight with you guys. And it will be an epic event, I think, because we'll be revealing some juice on the Diceverse side that you definitely want to hear. In fact, in preparation for that, I turned one of the smart contracts back on, and I put the wrong date on it, and somebody within like 12 minutes, when you say people are watching, within like 12 minutes, somebody came on and said, why are these tokens for sale? And I'm like, shit!
Mm-hmm.
I put the wrong
see.
date on it.
Yeah, they see.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you got to be on it, right? Always. And I honestly cannot wait for tonight's space. So, I mean, before we close out, I know I haven't gone really into depth, so I'm going to give everybody a quick rundown on what the Yeti actually have going on from top to bottom. So,
Okay.
Sweaty Yeti Launch Crew or Launch Club is based on the share with everybody to inspire motto. We live by this. We have our own game coming out, which will be free to play to everybody. It's a very simple game based around some Yeti climbing up a mountain and trying to get back to their spaceship. You have snowball launchers. You've got some ice blocks that you can place down, and there's some turrets around the map as well. Each level kind of progresses you up the mountain. We've got that. We've got some crypto mining coming up that we'll be adding into the thing, into our project, a physical facility, and tying that into everything. We have our project incubator side of things. And with our project incubator, we have amazing, connections, projects, and stuff coming up through there. Tonight you will find out the little bit of juice, but I mean, Diceverse, Yetis, we've made friends.
Right.
On top of all of that, we have our token. Our token is going to be implemented within our entire ecosystem, and we're just trying to create something that sort of, really thrives on its own. So, as we move forward, we hope that everybody joins in. Check out our website, SYLC. Our light paper audits, all of our information's there. Join us in Discord. You can find us on Twitter. We're all here. We're ready to answer any questions, and we hope that you are ready to get sweaty. Thank you, Yoda.
Oh, you bet.
Thank you,
One,
Bongo.
by the way, one last question. One last question, which I personally find incredibly important for any new project that I am doing due diligence on. Is the team doxed? And if not, are you planning on doing so?
Every single one of the founders is doxed. Our names are there. Any links are there. Again, we're available to talk to at any time. You can ask us any questions that you can't find online. And on top of all of this great stuff, we also are very big on charity as well. So we've tied our stuff into children's charities, at-risk youth, and sort of mentorship programs. That's kind of our basis with everything. And I mean, we have not put an exact number to things for a simple reason that we do not want something to be a one-time deal. We are looking to work with charities moving forward in the future, and we are looking to make as big of an impact as we possibly can. So with that being said, we will be working with multiple different charities. You'll notice there is a couple options on the website now that we're looking at, but we're also looking to include as many different options as we can moving forward and really make an impact within this space and within the world. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys, and I hope you guys all check us out.
Fantastic.
Definitely.
Franico, I'm sorry I missed your follow. That happened 18 minutes ago. I didn't get the audio cue. I'm very sorry about that, but thanks for following. I appreciate that. Chewie, man, I know it's mint day for you. It's super, super busy, but I appreciate you taking the time to come on and explain to us your star and what it's going to do. And, dude, I'm super hyped for you. Congratulations on mint day, and I really hope it does well today.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
nice meeting you, Chewie.
Bongo, it has been a pleasure to meet you, bud. I'm so glad that you guys had us, and thanks for letting us chirp on about our project and what we've got going on. So
All right.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yep, you betcha. All right, there he goes, Mr. Chewie, the Yeti Man, and yeah. So that was our Solar Star owner spotlight, and we are now ready to move along and go to our next segment. Wait a second. Uh-oh, no, I did that wrong. Please don't do that. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. I did a little bit something wrong in the workflow on Zoom. Sorry about that, Bonga. But, yeah, it's about time to get to news around the metaverse, and we've got a bunch of Solar Star and Solaverse news for you today, and let's get to it.
It is time for news of the Solaverse, the metaverse, and beyond. Do it. Do it.
Yes, indeed, Emperor. We appreciate that. And so this week, what is it, Bonga? The big news of the week is the companion stuff, right?
Definitely. Big news would be the companions, as well as the Discord uptake and the Solaverse website.
Yes. Is the new server up? I see Roby in the chat now as well. Roby1 Kenobi. Is the new Discord ready and rocking and rolling, or is it still just kind of the waiting room as they do their thing?
I believe they launched some of the roles. They outdid the Star-Lord role. Everybody's freaking out about their new color.
Oh, really? There's a Star-Lord there now too, huh? Hold on. Let me punch up Discord and see what this looks. A Solar-Lord, huh?
Oh no, it is Star-Lord. Never mind, my bad. In the test server, it was Solar-Lord.
Oh, Star-Lord. Sure enough. Look at that. So now green. Yes, I think everybody likes the green as opposed to the dark blue because the dark blue is a little bit hard to see.
I went ahead and went pink yesterday. I had a boost available, so I figured I'd use it.
Oh yeah, my boost expired, and so I think I lost my boost. But yeah, there's a Star-Lord, Stargazer. What is Stargazer? Is that the Stargazer? Is that like the one star and Star-Lord multiple stars? Is that
I think it's Star Holder. Like if you own a star.
Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, I see those I see those up there. That's kind of cool. But rollout is starting, he says, and Roby1 Kenobi is in the know because he is important over there on that Solaverse site. So yeah, I see the mods. Berry Blossom, Radio Jed, Robbo the Greg are all in server. John, the Solaverse admin, aka the Secret Santa, are all in there. So
this morning they had all the roles listed there, the new ones, and now they're deleted. So they're being sneaky about it.
Are they?
In the test server, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just see Star Lord. That's all I see. And interesting. I mean, there's a ton of people, but yeah, it looks like the rollout has started for the server updates. I don't see any other channels yet aside from the waiting room, but I imagine that's going to happen in due time.
Another big change that they did, if everybody wants to go check it out, the Solaverse website, they uploaded the companions. So if you go on there, you can click it and it'll bring you to a whole new page with all the information, which we're probably going to go over as well, but it looks pretty nice. I like it.
The Solaverse companions, the Solar Stars are sold out. Yes, there is a find out. There is a find out, and we've got Solaverse.com/companions. And who are the companions? And when do we mint? And yes, I love the little green guy with his top hat and his cigar with a Star Trek badge.
Yeah.
Communicator. Ah, yes. These are all going to be little attributes that I'm sure are coming to a star near you very, very soon. So, yeah, this is exciting stuff. The to catch everyone up who, if you're not familiar, if you've been living under a snowball or under a planet, the Solar Companions are. We talked about some of this last show, right? Where we had that riddle that everybody was trying to figure out about. We've drilled and we've simmed and we found the way, right? And we talked a little bit about that, but now some of the art has leaked out. And also, before the Discord change, Senna posted up what had, and I think it was right, it had a very Command and Conquer kind of vibe to it. Very geometrical, very linear. It was really kind of cool to see that artwork for the various structures that it looked like will be in the game. And so that was another thing, not necessarily related to Companions, but just related to Solaverse, the game in general, that I was really excited to see. Did you get a chance to take a look at that?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. Like it looked, I mean, I can't even remember what they looked like in Command and Conquer, and there's similar games like that, but I remember seeing the little black and white sketches and just imagining playing the game, and I'm going to put some definite time into it because I love those type of strategy games and whatnot.
Right.
Nothing against PvPs, but I don't know, they get a little too intense or too competitive or whatnot. And
sometimes
this will be a competitive game, but it'll also be a exploratory game. It'll feel like a new game every time.
Right. There is wait, Gabriel Joseph is saying that there is a role that is called Moby Dick.
The whales.
That's hilarious. What I'm hoping is that applies to any star owners that have 15 stars or above, because ultimately that's where I'm going to land, is at 15 stars. And so for those of you that did not hear the story, my 17 stars have become 16 stars, and the reason for that was because I gave 1 star away as a part of that Diceverse soft launch, that everybody that bought one of those tokens was able to get into a drawing for a Solar Star. And so that happened, and that person claimed their star, and then there was a bunch of drama around it, but well, not a bunch of drama. He just wanted to sell it immediately, and I wouldn't let him do it. So that was just personal drama. But beyond that, what I was really happy with seeing is the companions themselves, and starting to see that artwork, and taking a look at, yes, they will mint. And do you remember, did they drop a date for that? Because they
did, yeah.
It was like February the 10th or something like that. Was that
15th?
15th.
They're
okay.
estimating, but I mean, it can change.
It can move back and forth, right?
Right.
But that's their estimate, is the 15th.
Right. Every star holder will get to mint 1 per star. I dropped something in the chat yesterday asking, oh, please, 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 can I mint all 16 of mine in one transaction to save gas fees? And then John responded with that cat emoji, and it simply said, on it. So my guess is that it's entirely possible that he may be building in logic to allow people that own multiple stars to just do 1 mint for the number of companions equal to the stars that they own.
That'd be cool.
That would be really
very
neat.
helpful.
Yep. The 10th is the airdrop. I got the dates mixed up. Yep. Thanks, John, in the chat. So the airdrop of the lore pieces and that placeholder image is going to come out on the 10th, February the 10th. And so, and I'm trying to keep an eye also on the Discord for the Solaverse, and I see TJM typing in chat right now. So my guess is that they're getting ready. They are getting ready. Yellow? What is the yellow one? Dude, that one's kind of... Oh, that's Stargazer. Okay. Yeah. I would love to get a key as to what these new roles are. That would be kind of cool. As a... Because we used to have that as a pinned token, as a pinned message up top.
Oh, it's still in development at the moment. But my guess would be Star-Lord is more than 2, like Soloflex kind of, and Stargazer is just 1.
Right. I think... whoa. Either the Solaverse bot just got hacked or something weird happened because it just put up a link to a public mint. That was weird. That was, I think, never mind, TJB. I think maybe they're getting something ready. But anyway, yeah, so TJB just deleted that, so I think that was just a little error that they did. But yeah, what else came up this week, man? I could not, for some reason I have misplaced my Solaverse weekly report. Have you got that handy?
I do not. I read the Solaverse Weekly on Medium, of course, and it just kind of did a bit of a review. I talked about the partnership with the Council of Kings and some other partners that came in, or at least influencers that are talked about the Solaverse. And then, let me pull it up. But we haven't finished talking about the companions yet. If you check on that site, one thing that's really cool, and I've never heard anything about it, is apparently they're going to give one random holder for the PFPs $50K.
What? When?
Yeah, it just said after a trade volume of 1K.
Really? I see that.
Yes.
Collect, let's see, 10,000 AI roadmap. Give $50,000, and that is a US dollar symbol. $50K to a random holder at 1,000 trade volume. And I'm guessing that's 1,000 ETH trade volume? That's
on the secondary, I'm guessing, yeah.
That's my guess. So if they get to 1,000 ETH, which depending on the royalty on that, $50,000 is a drop in the bucket. So that's a really cool thing, right? Because I have seen, the going joke around here is that the project creators, make more on royalties than they do on the original mints, right? That's the worst kept secret in all of NFT land, right? It's every project, has recurring income from their royalties, and that is in the Diceverse, that is a source of liquidity in our tokenomics. And so one of the things that I've never seen before is sharing the love. And so shout out to you guys for doing that, because I don't think I've ever seen a project come out and openly say, hey, we're making bank, we're making some money on the trading volume, and we're going to give some of that back to somebody. So that's really cool.
I've come across a couple projects that have promised actually percentage, so not just one-time drop, but like an actual 1% royalties continued on. So those have been pretty cool to look at and check out. But
that's cool.
A big grand prize is always a grandiose gesture, so I think it'd be pretty cool.
Right. So we're going to have to do everything we can to get the Big Yoda companions in line for that. Maybe that's the path, right? Maybe that is the path to the $50,000.
Well, Albobo's got good chances, but 10,000 different PFPs.
That's a little bit different, right? It's not just star holders.
Person.
Exactly. It is not just star holders. In fact, there are I would venture to guess there will be a ton of people who do not own stars that are going to find their way into the project. And that's going to be the shot on the arm that we need because when you look on OpenSea, our star holder count is slowly but surely dropping. And that's because we as the star holders know, those of us that are diamond hands that are not selling their stars, we know what the value is in those stars. And as people list for prices like 0.35, those are not going to hang around. Somebody who is going to scrape up the funds to do it is simply going to do it at this point. And that's why we're seeing a consolidation. As the paper hands are kind of weeded out, it's entirely possible we may wind up with as little as 800 star owners before we start to get new people jumping into the project. And as they get companions, as they get planets, there will be people that say, "Hey, you know what? I see the light. I've drank the Kool-Aid. I want a star." So we're going to get some people to do that, right?
And once things get going momentum-wise with, the game and people earning Solo tokens daily in the marketplace and Solo becoming a real economic staple, traded on exchanges and whatnot, it'll definitely go boom. I mean, I think there's going to be kind of an inspiration moment like you're talking about where people have been watching the project or are involved with PFPs or planets kind of see that passive income is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, I think so too.
There's also another pretty big news with the companions, and that is that access to Project Dawn, but it also says that people with the PFPs will be able to earn Sola during the game too. And I wasn't sure if during the alpha testing we were going to be able to keep any Sola that we earned. So I think that's pretty sweet.
I did not. You know what? I went right by that. Right, and I totally missed that. Is that on the site?
Yeah. It is. I think it's towards the bottom. If you go to.
Is it in the FAQs or?
Why should I mint one?
Why should I mint one? So
extra, and you get rewards on the website too, like we do with our stars.
Okay. Able to earn extra daily or weekly Sola rewards if they're registered on the site. Okay, I gotcha. And you said that, and immediately my radar goes up because I've done extensive calculations on what the NFT holders and the planets and stars can expect to earn based on the white paper tokenomics. And so I was wondering, is this different, or is this coming out of the same pool as
5%.
Was that? Yeah, is it coming out of that 5%? My guess is that it probably is. And so that is going to obviously alter the tokenomics. And the white paper does say NFT holders. It does not just say Solastar and planets, if I'm not mistaken. So there is that, right? And my guess is it's not going to be all the tertiary NFTs. But there is definitely the primary NFTs, and then there are these PFPs. So I'd be curious to see how that works out in real life as we go further, as to what that's going to mean for the star holders and the planet holders in terms of tokenomics. But I would imagine that those numbers would be fairly negligible when compared to Solar Stars, right? That's my guess.
Yeah, and then also under that section, it also mentions skins and items, in-game drops and stuff in the marketplace.
Right.
Eventually, in the future, of course, people that own the PFPs will get utility as far as in-game rewards.
Right. That's my guess, right? And they want to, and I know the deal. They want to get as many people into the game as possible to start with, and that would be the absolute way to go. Aside from making it free to play, the two biggest things you can do is give somebody an incentive to be in there. And then free to play to earn should be incentive enough, but increasing the availability of that by going to iOS is another big thing, right? iOS and Android, and putting it on mobile. And yeah, so Wow, we've got people in the Solaverse changing their names and stuff too. I'm not gonna be able to keep up. I swear.
Well, yeah, it's always changing. You'll catch up later. Yeah, but like you said, I mean, not just the free-to-play, the PFP rewards, all that's going to be great, but you got to get the public eye out there. So, I know Barry's talking about it, but hopefully other people will stream the game as they play it and whatnot.
Right.
And we can get more people involved.
Oh, I'll definitely be streaming the game too. That's the thing. As we start playing, I will definitely be streaming that. And yes, that I can't wait for that. But we're talking about what, third quarter before all this is really, well, I guess the alpha is late first
March.
quarter. Yeah, late first quarter for the alpha. And so we'll be able to start doing that. The planets are second or late second to third quarter. Yeah. I'm getting I'm getting my mind scattered because we've got I'm hip deep in the Diceverse because we're getting ready to we just launched that thing and then I've got the art back and
with the Yetis as well.
With the Yetis, yeah, and I'm involved in the periphery of that project and we are doing a strategic alliance, so to speak, that we're going to have a lot of details on tonight. But the other thing is, really seriously, what I've been spending a ton of time on is all the Diceverse NFTs, because what they don't tell you is that when you generate 10,000 NFTs, you really, when you get down to it, you have to test your stuff. And when you have the number of attributes that we decided to do and then tie those attributes to in-game performance, that starts to where you've got to dive into the JSON files of all 10,000, well, not all 10,000 of them, but at least a good sample of them, right, to put the combinations together. And just 6 attributes that affect in-game performance amounts to a buttload of test cases. Let me just tell you that.
I bet.
Yeah, so we're actively doing that, trying to light our hair on fire for a soft launch of the beta, which the beta game of dice, of battle dice, is going to include blockchain integration, and so that will mark our transition from alpha to beta. And then that beta will be only obviously open to NFT holders. So that's when we'll switch over to kind of reining in the free reign of that of that game. But this is the Solaverse Show, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Diceverse. But if you guys want to do that, you can head over to the Diceverse Discord or diceverse.io. You can do that. But I'm not going to spend much more time on doing that. So what else you got, Bonga? Anything else before we wrap it up and say goodbye for today? Or the companions is really cool. Some of these look really, really awesome. Somebody just put one up. Look at this. The companion PFP whitelist has a rainbow visor with a companion with curly looking antennae. So every time I see one, I see new attributes. This is cool. I love it.
Yeah, I noticed that there are quite a bit. I mean, as far as the badges, the helmets, the little props they got.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really cool. And I, for a second there, I thought they weren't AIs, but they actually are robots. And according to the website, they're quite clumsy and funny. So I don't know what the lore is going to look like, but they did mention that there'll be some origin stories, which I'm assuming Laura's probably taken care of, because I know she's busy as all can be. I tried messaging her to talk about things, and she said, I'm probably going to be unavailable for the next week or so.
Mm-hmm. Right, and a lot of the lore we're going to write ourselves, too, which is really, really fantastic. Mm-hmm. From a CC0 standpoint, and I need to come up with 15 pieces of lore, because as we get, and my goal is to have Red Sage on the show probably next week or the week after. I think I finally convinced her to come out of hiding and come on and talk about the Sola starter program that I'm doing with her, and she is to kind of set the stage for that. She is trying to I guess she's trying to get back to her artistic roots. She's always been artistic and never really made anything commercially available. And she's got lots of ideas. I know that her husband is supportive, but they have a child and whatnot. So I've gotten to know them a little bit over the course of the last few weeks, and I'm really excited to be able to give her the opportunity to potentially get some art out there and see what she can do on that star that she's going to have with the planet. So, that's hopefully she'll be on the show and soon. But we also, before we leave, we want to say that we do not currently have a solid booking for Solar Star owners for next week, the week after, the week after that, and all that jazz. Or do you got somebody?
I have somebody. Yeah, I convinced Loco. Loco's willing to come on the show.
Oh, Loco. Maybe we can get him into a coughing fit.
Yeah, hopefully no live dads.
Oh, yeah, we would like to stay away from that, right? And yeah, that would be fantastic. But but he's got this high energy that we're gonna make sure and limit his visit to about 12 minutes, because then the rest of us will be way too hopped up on goofballs to be any use after that.
Oh, Loco's fun.
Oh yeah, no, he is. There's no question about that.
You'd never guess that he's a professional chef, honestly, but he's really fun to hang out with.
Oh yeah, no, I know, and he's been working a lot. He's been working a lot during the day here lately. But I told him that I wanted to have a special dish that was created that was his signature Yoda dish, and so we'll see how that works out. But we were talking about how his chefism, I guess you could say, has progressed. But yeah, I've always been interested in the culinary arts because I'm a foodie. I really am, and as if you can't tell by this incredible physique.
Hey, food gets a bad reputation because everybody wants to look thin or healthy or eat healthy, and I'm like, we're only alive for a certain amount of time, and food is probably about 10%, if not more, of life's enjoyment. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your time, but you're gonna eat every day. Might as well eat well.
Yep, righto. So, all right. So with that, dude, what else you got? Anything before we put a wrap on it?
No, I mean, not really. I'm happy to leave the show where we are now. We've got next week and everything, and I'm hoping to make some progress with the thing I want to do. And
yeah,
I just got to get my lazy butt up and do it.
Have we connected with Senna at all on that show wallet for the giveaway and all that stuff yet?
You are correct. We do have a giveaway actually this week, and I apologize for not saying it sooner. I kind of forgot about it with all the companion stuff. So, yes, there is a weekly giveaway, and so I'll probably post a tweet about it like I usually do. It only runs 24 hours, so all you guys watching will definitely have the knowledge to get in there. And
that's right.
It won't be too crowded. But we'll be giving away an unstoppable domain name. So think of what kind of domain name you want, for your wallet, so you don't have to type in that long string of numbers anymore. Mine's bongobyte.crypto. Loco chose a domain name when he won the prize, and his is locoyeti.crypto.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Snatch up your, what would you call it? I guess your,
yeah, it's your own domain. Yeah, I've got bigyoda.e.
Domain.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and enter that.
Fantastic. So you guys be looking out for Twitter. If you would like to come on the show, please email me at yoda@d20radio.com. All this is broadcast, obviously, on the D20 Radio Network, my podcast, my gaming podcast network of podcasts. Or get in touch with Bongabyte on the Solaverse server. Obviously, you can DM me as well on that server. I think I have my permissions finally right. I was getting so many DMs that I locked down my DMs, but I think I took it a little bit too far, and nobody could even send me a friend request.
Oh.
So that was a problem. So I think I've got those open enough now to where you can request a friend before I'll take your DM, as long as you're in the Solaverse server to do that. So if you would like to do that, then yeah, I'm more than happy to. Bonga is more than happy to, or you can shout out an email. The guest who was supposed to be today, this morning, Actually, I was communicating with him via email, so I do check that email fairly regularly. It's not used for very much, except for the show. So if you email me there, you're almost guaranteed to get my attention. So,
Well, my best way to reach me is Twitter. My DMs are open, so go ahead and reach out to me that way. And
there you
make
go.
sure to enter the giveaway via the Solaverse. I wanted to make sure and let you know that they are the ones who are providing it.
Right. And this is Bongabyte, by the way. Twitter, also Bongabyte.
Everything on all media, even though I don't really keep up with it. I'm going to have to do better at that.
Your TikTok, Bongabyte.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my TikTok.
Yes, indeed. I just posted a new TikTok yesterday. As a matter of fact, I've been off that platform for a little bit.
Maybe I'll have
TikToks
to
are
do
so
something.
fun. Yeah, and I don't know why I picked up like 100 followers, even though I hadn't done a TikTok in a week. So I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but it's probably just bots and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, dude, as always, a pleasure, and I was very glad to be able to talk to you today. It's really, weekly show, just good stuff all the time.
It's really good to keep it out of your head. You got all this news you want to talk about with someone, and honestly, this is the most fun way to do it. I couldn't imagine a better way to do it than to share it with you and the public.
You got it, man. So we will be back 1 week from today, which would be the 29th of January. Looking forward 1 month from now, I will be taking a vacation with my wife, so we'll skip one show late in February. But aside from that, we'll be able to continue a weekly schedule for the foreseeable future, as long as the Solaverse continues to provide us such great information all the time. And yeah, so
I keep getting worried that maybe we're going to have a slow week and then we're going to have to talk about just metaverse news. But so far, every week we got something new to talk about.
I know. We didn't even really get into metaverse news. Obviously the market, the crypto market has completely tanked in the last 2 days, and that had a variety of factors, from inflation to the Fed to Netflix having a completely disappointing earnings report, and basically tanking the entire market on the stock side. And so that just kind of filtered over into crypto. But, if you're in it for the long term, like Bonga, like you are, like I am, then this is just an opportunity again to buy a dip. Now, granted, we've had a lot of dips in the last 4 months, so buying dips is becoming increasingly harder because there's been too many dips on the way down. So I bought that one, bought that one, bought that one. I'm out of funds now for this one. But there is the concept of the average cost. your average cost going down every time you buy a dip. So your your average cost is going down from a tax standpoint, from a profit standpoint. You want your average cost as low as possible to be able to realize the most profit. But that's getting into financial advice, which we do not do on this show.
Yeah, that went way over my head, honestly. I followed about 50%, probably.
Average dollar costing. Yeah. So that gets into my financial background. But all right, with that, we shall say thank you very much for attending the Solaverse Show number 8, and good night and good luck.
The opinions presented here are the opinions of the host and or guests and do not represent the opinions or views of the Solaverse, their managing partners, or employees. Any information regarding cryptocurrency or non-fungible tokens should not be construed as financial advice. All original content is considered the intellectual property of Studio 42, LLC.
There it is, Bonga. I'm going to go ahead and close up the Twitch chat. Thank you very much, Twitch peoples. I think we had up to like 20 or so at one point in time. It's starting to dwindle now. John, thanks for being there from start to finish, from gun to gun, from bell to bell. We really appreciate it. And so we always love you guys being in the Twitch and having good stuff to say. So you guys, shout out to all of you. Thank you for being there. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off the broadcast now. Thank y'all for being a part of it.